You one more again. He's doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much. Being able to, do my videos and being able to, use it as an outlet as this, helping you in some kind of way is truly a blessing. So, we all need that chance of healing. We all need that peace of mind, and we all need happiness in all different levels. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I'll love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback and the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting and informative to you, give you good vibes, and raise your frequency in some kind of special spiritual way that you would love to share with your loved one, family, or friends, or even fellow empaths that are going through trying times and need spiritual guidance or just need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated, and I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And let me see. The meditation music I'm using in the background is called Meditation Music for Positive Energy. Sleep, release negativity, music for sleeping. And I will post that link in the description box below. What is so scary? Well, crazy, not scary. That I can put this on in the middle of the night to go to sleep and it won't put me to sleep. But when I'm doing this, watching my videos, it gives me so much relaxation. That's a whole acre. Heyoka ass backwards thing. I don't know what I'm thinking about. But anyways, the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Heyoka's preparing you for elevation may require your isolation. Because a lot of times when you're trying to be successful and have you a comfortable lifestyle, being able to do something that doesn't require you feeling like it's a job. Don't say it's like a career, but it's an actual lifestyle. And it was just, I forgot how Ralph Smart from Infinite Waters described that. He was like, it's something that you feel like it gives you that rush, allows you to know, hey, let me add this on. It'll be more exciting. It's just like with my situation. I love making videos. I can be silly when I want to. I can use my Fifth Amendment right, and I don't have nobody really controlling me. I like the way YouTube is set up, as long as they don't change nothing else, because they already got these child requirement laws and stuff like that, COPA or whatever. So it's just like you have to be able to set your settings. It's like, is this a children channel, or, is more of adult? You got to go through all those crazy filters and stuff during every upload, which is, I can work with that. I can work with that. Some of that stuff I be just saying, oh, you just trying to control somebody, ain't got time. But when there's something you really want to do to improve your lifestyle, allowing yourself to make big adjustments in your life, it's going to require you to be doing things on your own. It's just like when universe tends to prepare us for some big changes, it's like you could be like around 2,000 people before your spiritual awakening. And all of a sudden, when you go through this major shift of shock within the element of your life, you probably be lucky if you got a good 10 or 15 after you done had those 2,000 people, because there's a lot of people that are not for the changes you're making. They can't be there on that path with you. Their connection has ran its course, and it can be lonely at times, and it can be stressful. But I've never seen no successful person that had an easy path. I really haven't. But it's just like, but it's a blessing at times. It took me a while when I found out the truth about my life. It was just like, I was looking for Ashton Kutcher. I thought I was going to get punked, because there was a lot of different times that, with my situation, my dad's called me. I'm like, yeah, right. I'm like, why would this man be calling me and stuff like that? And it's crazy. And I'm just like, I got frustrated because I'm like, dang, I didn't keep the number, or it was the fact is I did keep the number, but I had a different phone, phone company at that time. So the message that I saved for me to write it down, you know, the voicemail just got switched up, but everything happens for a reason. So when it allows me to know, I used to love hanging around a lot of people, but the people that I choose to be with is that lifestyle. I feel like I'm yelling. Um, when you're going through all these different changes of your spiritual awakening of your spirit, you know, um, you don't have the same interest that you used to before your awakening. I know I didn't, for a while. Why? Let me not lie. Let me not lie. Let me back up. Let me retort. I had to go Samuel L. Jackson type Pulp Fiction way. Allow me to retort. Let me go ahead and correct myself. For a while, I used to smoke weed. I was a functional weed head. When I stressed out, instead of me eating and grabbing something to go munch on, I went outside to smoke a cigarette. Every once in a while, pour me a glass of wine. All those different things. That's how I dealt with my shift, my shock in my life. And God was good about it, you know what I'm saying? Because he already knew what I was dealing with required something kind of heavy to be able to comfort me during that time, because that was a whole lot. I wasn't even prepared for that, you know. But this allowed me to really see things at a different perspective. Understand, like, it was hurtful when I went through all these things. People that were like, I was raised up with them. We were, my mom's ex-husband was in the military. So a lot of people we came in connection with is like different people we got stationed around the same places. So I had the same amount of friends for like 10, 15, 20 years, and then all of a sudden, these people that I held dear to my heart turned into strangers when they found out who I was related to. Either, I was really going through this at that time and really needed somebody to talk to because I couldn't compute about what my family did. These situations I'm going through grief, going through a rocky breakup in a toxic relationship, finding out the identity of who I was truly related to, what kind of lifestyle is this? This is a whole change of something I wasn't even preparing myself for. But it was like I was getting warnings before it all went down. They were preparing you. You have to understand, it's like when that the universe is about to prepare you for a whole new different path of life, a whole different walk of life. You had those omens before it actually happened. Like with me and my situation, for a year and a half before my dad passed away back in 2014 and 2015, every few weeks I had the same dream of me running down this big hallway. Matter of fact, I didn't even know where I was because everything was dark. It's like if you ever watched a movie, when you get closer to that door, and it's like the more you get closer to the door, further it gets away. So I'm running away, running towards the elevator. Waking up and I had like blood up under my hands because it was something I was doing. I don't know what I was scratching on, but I had a lot of blood in my hands, and used to scream saying my dad died in the elevator, and didn't understand that. I used to keep on telling my mom's ex-husband, hey, you need to go to the doctor. I keep on having these dreams about you collapsing in an elevator. You have heart issues. I don't know, you had a flu, but it's whatever the flu is messing with the heart. And it's just, that was like those night terrors are starting up again. I haven't had those since I was like 14 or 15. They went and took me to a therapist so I can go under hypnosis. They played that get out thing with me, situation and all that stuff. So it was like God was trying to prepare me at that time about the things that I was going through. And it's scary about the situations, the dark moments that I had. I had those dreams back when I was 16, 17 years old. I could be crying for the whole day and my mom's like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, I'm really about to go through some things and it's scary. I had that actual dream when I was going through my night terrors when I was 5. I used to get very offish with my mom's ex-husband, and he's like, why are you so mad at me? And I started crying. And he was like, what's wrong with you? Why don't you talk to me? And I just grabbed him by his face and looked him right dead in his eyes. You're going to break my heart one day. And I had to walk off, and I said, I have to accept it. You're going to break my heart really bad one day. And my mom went off because she knew what I was talking about. And I didn't know, but I knew. My higher self knew, but I didn't know. So being able to see everything that is unfolded in my life was basically preparing me for everything. They allowed me to see the light, the true intentions of people that I trusted most. You know, I had to be able to back up. Nobody could really handle the situations I was going through. Either they were jealous about the situation, they were hoping and praying I was lying about it, or they couldn't come to terms with it and they just ignored me. So I'm sitting around here. That's why I was so determined to make videos, allow myself to, be vocal about the situations I've been placed in, the truth that I had to see in myself, the changes I was making, lifestyle. I had to go through all these different things, finding myself and where my place is in the world. So it's like when you're going through all these different things, don't get upset when people, whether it's a girlfriend, boyfriend, best friend for 10, 20 years, family members, well, family members is family members, that excuse me, they start dropping like flies out of your life, or they ghost you, or people turn their back on you. And it's actually not them turning your back on you. It's just like universe just done turned you in a different direction, and he had you turn your back on them because they could not go. They could not be in your life at that time. Their connection with you served that purpose. Yes, it's a very painful thing. Yes, it's a very lonely, road to be on. But, if they were meant to be on that road with you, they would have been there. Now it's like while you're going through these major changes, those people are not at that element like you are. They're not at that level. They haven't gone through their spiritual awakening. I really feel that we are that one that breaks the mold for other people. Like we're empaths, but other people are gonna go through their spiritual awakening too. But they have to go through their stages. When God's ready for us to step up, and show out, oh, he gonna push you up real quick. So I really seen a lot of the things that I had to go through. Like I said before, I was a functioning weed head. I dealt with a lot of my issues on that. And then it was the fact is dealing with grief, dealing with the shock of the truth, a bad breakup from 21 years on and off. And then all of a sudden gifts switch start popping on all of. I'm lucky my head didn't start spinning and I didn't throw up pea soup. That's I really thought I was going to be crazy. I thought I was going to have to put myself as a 5150. I ain't trying to go that route. And anybody know what a 5150 is, and you've been placed in the psychiatric ward, you already know what that is. Up under suicide watch. So going through all those different things is like really, it was really, scary, not understanding. It felt surreal. Like, can I really grasp what you're telling me this is? You're guiding me towards stuff that it does not make sense to me. But then it's just like when I start seeing things on how certain people I couldn't be around, or I start seeing light around people that mysteriously died a couple of days later. Different things has popped up in my life where it left clues all the time. It was preparing me for what I'm dealing with now. And if I was to say anything bad about it, nothing really. I just hated, I had to go through all these trials and tribulations, but then it allowed me to really understand the concept of change, concept of really seeing things for what they truly are. We were in that 3D level, 3D dimension where we're holding on to materialistic things, not allowing ourselves to elevate, not being a carbon copy like everybody else and having the same interest on certain things. You position. It's gonna be lonely, but it's like they're moving you. Like I said before, we're all like a chess checkerboard, whatever you want to call it, um but chess pieces, and you're moved around. So when you finally get to that level of knowing your blessings and where your calling is, um it will place people that you mesh with, that you complete them, they complete you in an extra way. You only complete yourself. You don't need somebody to complete you. But they're gathering, they're heading towards your way, to where y'all have the same interests, you have the same type of motivation. They be able to learn off of you, and you being able to learn off of them. And it's just like, that's how I appreciate and love the changes. Because before, when I was still trying to find my way, I started getting these people that I'm just like, is this trying to tell me this is what I'm still doing? Because if this is what I'm still doing, let me correct myself now. Because it was like so many people around that time when I first started that they were good, but then they had these hidden agendas for me. When they finally found out about my truth, they were, invading in my mind, my thoughts, where I'm getting guided to. And those were my life lessons I had to go on, not allowing myself to cut off and say I don't want to deal with people because they almost got to that point. But then I had to be able to, you have to be able to observe a lot of stuff before you start putting things out there. You have to really feel for other people's intentions, because with us being empaths, we know that the underdog is the underdog. But a lot of times you got to be able to feel this out. Like, you got to be careful what underdog you give your information to, because they're in your way for you to be able, everybody connects with you. They might have good intentions, but they may not. And it's not for, even when they're bringing those bad intention type people towards your way, you're still learning something off of them. You may be their blessing and they might be your lesson. You have to be able to, they want you to be able to know you can't be open with everybody. And I had to learn that. I can't be open. I can tell what I can tell here, but don't tell no more until we allow you to do that. Because a lot of times people want me to use, not people, but universe wants me to use my experience to help elevate somebody else or help them recognize the things that they need to look in on when it comes to their life situation, or what things they need to heal from. They allow me to be able to be vocal about the things that is occurring in my life that I had to realize. So now when I'm going through this thing, I'm okay with that. I'm good with having a handful of friends. I don't need stuff like that. Before, I used to want to have people all around me. Before it got to that point where things started to switch on and everything was heightened to me, it was like I was turning into a werewolf or something like that, without all those crazy changes of bones breaking. But all the senses were like so sensitive, like everything was just too intense for me. So I was scared to be by myself when that was that time of solitude. I didn't want to be alone with my thoughts, because I'm getting my thoughts, all the shock that I was still dealing with my situation, on top of everybody's thoughts and energy that was surrounding me, that I'm like, since I'm being open, is like every pore of my body, vibrations, everything was open to where everything, I didn't realize my power was soaking up everybody else's thoughts, feeling, energy, all that different stuff. So I'm going through all this stuff at one time. So it allowed me, it just seemed like friends, family, close people that I'm used to being tight with, no longer exist to me. I see old friends that, you know, that still hits me up on certain times, and I'll look at that phone and just like, nope. I'm not gonna deal with you. And it's not because I feel like I'm better than anybody else, but I feel the energy you got. A lot of people are starting to come back in my life, to see if the universe trying to see, are you gonna go that same route you did before? Did you learn your lesson from before? Or are you gonna be forthgiving and put yourself in a situation that might back up the things that we got coming your way? Right now you have to be able to stay woke to the purest form. Allow yourself to know you're being tested every single day, whether they might put somebody in your life that you knew did really some really bad gutter butt stuff to you, and where it'll make your whole demeanor change when these people pop up. But they want to be able to, like, okay, they sit up here and say there ain't nothing that's going to sit up here and make them change their vibe, their frequency. There's nothing that can do that. They're going to have a good day. Okay, well, let's bring this person in. I don't went to a store and bumped into somebody I almost laid hands on a few times. And then when I seen them recently, I'm like, oh, I might even attach to the person the reason why they made me want to sit up here and beat their ass. I'm good. I pray for you. I forgot all about you until you made yourself relevant to me and being in my sight. But then it was like my demeanor didn't change. I didn't get hyped up. But obviously she thought I was still carrying around that same old energy. I'm like, boo, bye. I'm on a whole different level right now. Whatever you dealt with, whatever you did to me, I forgot pretty much what you did. I knew what you did, but I forgot all the other stuff that go on with it, because she's not relevant to me. You were my lesson, and I was your blessing, because I see you could have been stinking and missing somewhere. But I allowed nature to take its course. I just pray for that person, because anybody who stoops that low to do stuff, obviously they don't have that self-respect for themselves nor self-esteem, you know. So when I seen that person, I'm like, oh Lord, give them peace in their heart. I'm gone. They were like, see, and you are absolutely right. You didn't allow yourself to get out of whack. You didn't allow your demeanor to change over something that really caused you a lot of pain at one certain moment of time. And it allows you to see how much change you have endured, how many things that you're actually allowing that change to come forth, because they will put you in places just to see what kind of energy you're going to change. Is this going to bring up some old deep rooted stuff? Are you going to be ready to go ahead and start clocking heads? Or are you going to allow yourself to know, hey, this ain't a part of my journey. I'm not about to press my energy into this. This is not worth my time. I'm not about to waste that. Time is very valuable. That's one thing you can't get back. So, you know, allow yourself to get ready for your glow up, because a lot of you I'm seeing that for. So when things start, you know, start shining towards you on certain things, you're getting that you know, you're being hypersensitive. So you're feeling the vibes that people that you held dear is not vibing with you in that same way. They're going to either think that you better than me type attitude. They feel you like that, but no, you're just not seeing things like I see things. You know, I've had people around me say that, and I was just like, huh? And I just kept on hearing that it's not your time yet. Just wait a while. You have to wait a minute. So for you to be preparing for your you know, your glow up, your elevation is going to be your isolation. So allow yourself to take that blessing and take it in stride. That's a blessing for you, because there's a lot of things that you're about to get that other people can't be there for it, because they'll end up blocking you from it, or they'll be a distraction for you, and you'll be in your situation you are so ready to cross over from longer than you need to, because your situation is going to be your motivation to elevate yourself. You are going to be that person. You're going to elevate yourself. So I hope that you were able to resonate with the content of my video. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Cheryl Gonzalez. Welcome to the fam. You know, drop a line. Let me know if you resonate. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Subscribe if you haven't. Tell somebody about the channel. You never know that they might find something that resonates with them as well. And I hope y'all have a blessed, safe, happy holidays. And know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you're trying to bring into your manifest, into your reality, comes 10 times fold than what you actually expected, and comes sooner than you actually expect it to come. So make sure you give out love, light, positivity, and prosperity vibes, frequency, and words. You never know, those right elements might take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Peace and be wild.